Welcome to the final of the Senior Max at the Central and Eastern European Rotax Max Championship here at the Pannonia-ring in Hungary. We had a very exciting pre-final where out of the 24 starters only 17 were able to finish. A few penalties were dished out, so we're going to be hoping for a bit more excitement. Unfortunately, we've got three non-starters, Mario Novak and David Mosieko, who both had incidents in the first one race in the pre-final that put them out, haven't been able to start. But Adam Jakacka, who did finish the race but has not been able to start. So in pole position we had Kacper Bielecki, who had a very dominant victory, and he's going to see if he's going to be able to do the same again. But we had the pole position man, Konstantin Scholl, from the pre-final that had an incident that I missed on camera that put him to the back of the grid. So how far up the grid is he going to be able to get? And as they come round, Thomas Stranava is going to be starting in second position, Lukas Bartoszek in third, Nicky Lahr in fourth, Stefan Artner in fifth, Mots van der Brond, who had the contact with Michael Pospikal. And here we go to take that start, and they're given the green flag and off they go. And who have we got charging into the lead at this stage? Wait for the camera to pan round so that I'm able to see who's taken it. Is it Thomas Stranava? I think Thomas Stranava may well have taken the lead. 113. Was that 113? No, it can't have been 113. There isn't a 113. So I'm not sure who it is that's... Oh, and we've got several of the carts are off there. I'm not sure exactly what has happened here. Oh, are they going to be able to go? So Lukas Bartoszek has managed to take the lead. So kart 113, Lukas Bartoszek has taken the lead from third on the grid. So he's got to be pleased with that one. Although I'm getting reports that he's going to be given a penalty for a false start. So I think that's going to be a 10-second penalty. So he may be in the lead on the road, but he's going to have to get himself 10 seconds ahead of the second place kart, number 130, Thomas Stranava. So Thomas Stranava started in second. He is in second at the moment. Where's Kacper Bielecki? I think we've lost our winner. He has. He's retired. So Kacper Bielecki, who had the dominant victory in that pre-final, is out of the race. Now, was that in that melee that the number of karts that disappeared on? There's the penalty being announced there. That's a 5-second penalty. So I may have got that one wrong. But anyway, there's a penalty there. Not sure who that was to. Now, this is a 22-lap race this time for the final compared to 18 for the pre-final. You will see that we got fabulous weather conditions here after quite a mixed bag in round one in Jesolo, Italy. But at the moment we've got Thomas Stranava is in the lead because it has now applied that penalty. So when the timing clicks back over, I can't believe Kacper Bielecki, after such a dominant race in the pre-final, that pole position does seem to be cursed, because Konstantin Scholl was in pole position and around lap 3 or 4 I think it was, something put him to the back of the grid. So not sure what it is about this curse of pole position here at the Pannonia-ring. But at the moment, officially, we have Thomas Stranava that is in the lead. That's kart number 130 because of a penalty that has been applied to 113. Where does that put him at the moment? Just trying to make sense of the timer screen. A little bit tricky for me to see. So 113, Lukas Bartoszek is in the lead on the road, but we need to allow this to pan out basically to start with. Nicky Lahr is running in second position, Stefan Artner is in third, Mots van der Brond in fourth. Of course, he had a very frustrating first race where with that contact with Michael Pospikal, wasn't deliberate, but they were that close as they went into a corner, just tapped him and put him off the circuit. So Lukas Bartoszek still going down the grid there. I saw where it was applying that penalty. He is definitely on the second page. He's down in 17th at the moment. Despite you'll see him there, kart 113 on the road in the lead. He is running down in 17th position after the time penalty has been applied. So not what he was hoping for there. So yeah, Nikila in second, Thomas Stranava just ahead of him in that first position. You see that Thomas Stranava's not been able to leave them totally behind. He's managed to get probably, what's that, 4, maybe 5 kart length gap at the moment. But Nikila is having to fight off the attentions of Stefan Artner at the moment, who's all over the back of him. Mats van der Bron is going to be looking to move on up, as we've established. And what's the time workout now? I think it's 16th Luka Bartoszek is now. So he just wants to be able to clear off into the distance as best he can to overcome that penalty. I'm not sure. We saw a board saying 5 seconds, but I've got a feeling that it may have been 10 seconds for that false start. Going to be very, very frustrated. He did start in third position, so he must have got himself ahead of second and first a bit too quick. As we can see, he is in the lead on the track, but a little bit too quick. Mikkel Pospikau is in 5th position, just behind Mats van der Bron. So the battle has recommenced between those two. I dare say that there wasn't too much animosity. It was a racing incident, I think, to be fair. They were battling that tight, closing, and you know, Mats van der Bron on the brake. It's not like these things have got brake lights on them. And just made contact with the back of his car and pushed Mats van der Bron into a spin off onto the grass. He was able to rejoin, thankfully, for Mats, but finished 6th after running up in 2nd position. So, it is kart number 130, Thomas Stranava, that is in the lead of the race. And albeit not on the circuit at the moment. Remember, this is a 22-lap race. We have completed 6 laps so far. Lukas Bartoszek is the fastest kart on the circuit at the moment. He'll have seen the board that says he's got that penalty, so he knows he just has to disappear off into the distance to make up that difference. He is in 14th now, so he is moving himself up that grid, but how far can he get? Konstantin Scholl is in 11th position, so he's worked himself up so far from 16th, he's up to 11th. Remember, he was pole position man in that pre-final, but something happened around lap 3 or 4 that put him to the back of the grid, and he wasn't able to move himself up too far. Out of the 17 finishes, he finished in 16th, so not sure if there may have been an issue with the kart as well as everything else. So coming through to complete, I think that's 8 laps now that they will have done. Yes, it is. That's 8 laps completed. It's still kart 130. Thomas Stranava that's in the lead. Second, Nikila. Third, Stefan Artner. Fourth is Mikkel Pospikau. He's got ahead of Mats van der Bron. So he's managed to make the move this time, and he'll be hoping there's no penalty incurred for that one. And I'm sure it's a good battle, and I dare say it's not over. Mats van der Bron is a top competitor that we see time and time again. So he's going to be looking to come back into this again. So we currently still have 20 karts running this at the moment. Obviously, we started with 3 not able to take the green flag, unfortunately. But and our winner of the pre-final, Kacper Bielecki, out on that first lap. Didn't see what happened. Didn't see him pull off. We did see a number of karts off on the grass. So whether he was caught in that and he wasn't able to get going, but not sure exactly what happened there. So we'll have to keep an eye on just how far up the grid he can get. Konstantin Scholl is up to 10th position now and has put in the fastest lap of the race. So Konstantin Scholl is desperate to move back up to where he'll feel he deserves. There's a reason why he got that pole position for the pre-final, and he's going to be trying to make it count this time. How far up the grid can he get? It will be very interesting to see. So Thomas Stranava still in the lead. You see that it's such a shame for kart 113 there, Lukas Bartoszek, because he's absolutely clearing off into the distance, trying to make up as much of the time lost for that penalty as he possibly can. But it's quite a task to expect him to get 10 seconds in front. Now that said, is that we did have that Kacper Bielecki finished race 1, the pre-final, 6.7 seconds ahead. So it could be interesting just how far ahead can he get himself, ergo how high up this can he get him. He's running in 10th after the adjusted time, so that means that Konstantin Scholl is up to 9th position now. We'll have to see just what he's able to do. I think we've also lost Nagy Milan as well. So unfortunately, race, and I think we've also lost Patrick Sante, who's just retired. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I'm assuming I can't see any yellow flags at the moment, so maybe that was just unfortunately a mechanical retirement. Thomas Stranava, our official leader, is not able to get away and have it quite as comfortable, certainly as comfortable as we saw the pre-final winner, Kacper Bielecki, who was able to disappear off into the distance, but there's nothing that's been... The same isn't being enjoyed by Thomas Stranava at the moment. There is 22 laps in total, so we've got 10 laps left to go as they cross the line to complete their 12th lap. It is still Konstantin Scholl that is the fastest car on the circuit. He is now up into that 8th position. Luka Bartoszek is in 10th after the penalty applied, so adjusting his time. Still going to be hoping that he can move up a little bit further. How high can he get? So he did start third on the grid, remember. Managed to get into the lead, albeit through a false start, it would appear, judging by the penalty. In that all-black outfit for Bartoszek, with the black helmet, black overalls. He's like Stig's cousin or something like that, if anybody watches Top Gear. Instead of being the whole white outfit, he's got the all black outfit, so he's Stig's cousin in my book. But he's certainly putting in some good times and stretching that away. I'm not able to tell you exactly how far physically ahead he is, because obviously the timing screen is adjusted already. As Thomas Stranava just manages to get enough of a lead that means that he's not having to look totally over his shoulder, but he's not going to be able to relax. Second is Nicky Lahr. Third, Michael Pospical has managed to get himself up to third position. Now remember, he was battling Mots van der Bron in third, trying to take second position when the two of them just made contact, putting Mots van der Bron onto the grass at the time. But Pospical has managed to move himself up into third position now, so a great drive there. Although, what have we got here? Oh no, sorry, that was where the timing updated itself, where we've got the penalty for Lukas Bartoszek. And what have we completed now? I think we've completed 14 laps completed so far in this 22 lap race, so 8 laps remaining. It's still pretty close for the top. What have we got? Second down to about 5th, I think, are pretty close. Thomas Stranava getting his head down there, desperate to just pull away that little bit more. He wants to get a complete breath of fresh air, step away from Nicky Lahr, kart 176 in that second position, but Nicky Lahr is having to be very aware of Pospical behind him. Stefan Artner in that 4th position. Mots van der Bron in, was that 5th, I think, at the moment. So they're all glued together, and anything can happen yet, because we've still got plenty of laps to go. 7 laps remaining, 15 completed here in the Pannonia-ring. Beautiful looking circuit, cracking weather. This is the test circuit for Ducati, and it is also where Michael Schumacher tested a Ducati Superbike, which obviously, keep fighting Michael is the message that we all like to present, and best wishes, and hope that we see you back at a circuit very soon. Probably in a watching capacity, but we hope to see you back there. You can see how close Nicky Lahr and the 3rd position Pospical are there. That probably will be of help to Stranava. That could it enable him to just stretch away a little bit as they're fighting with each other. I thought we were going to get a move being made there by Pospical for that 2nd position, but not at the moment. Nicky Lahr still got it, but they are incredibly close. We don't even need to see the times to see how close they are. You could just about put a tissue paper between them and they would hold it together. I think they are that close. Look at them. Have we got a change? No, not quite. Pospical's still there. Mots van der Bron in that 4th position. He's a little bit of a gap back, so he's ahead of Stefan Artner at the moment. So he's somewhere around the line. Managed to get himself from that 5th position up to 4th. So he overtook Stefan Artner over the last lap or so. And as they completed 17 laps so far as they cross the line, so that is 5 laps left to go. Oh, and look at that, that is getting close, and it's not enabling Thomas Stranava to get away at the front there by any stretch of the imagination. It's almost as if the 2nd and 3rd karts of Lahr and Pospical are almost slipstreaming each other to enable them to close in on Thomas Stranava. There's no chance of Stranava being able to take it easy here. If he wants this victory, he's going to be made to work hard all the way to the end. There's no question about it. But it is the two green karts, green and white karts at the front at the moment. Number 130, Thomas Stranava. Nicky Lahr in second, Pospical in third. Is Mats van der Bron going to be able to close up onto the back of his pre-final nemesis, Pospical? Look at them joined together there. Mats van der Bron is having a very lonely fourth position race now. He's managed to leave Stefan Artner behind. Does that mean he can close up on the back of Pospical? We'll have to wait and see. He's certainly going to be wanting to close in and resume the battle that they were having, albeit for second place in the pre-final. Lukas Bartoszek, I think he just showed that he's got himself up to 9th position now after the penalty has been applied. Where have we got Konstantin Scholl? Remember, he was pole position in the pre-final. He is running in 8th position, so he's moved himself up dramatically there from 16th to 8th at the moment, so a great performance by Konstantin Scholl. Not the weekend he would have been hoping for. Look at the gap that are on the track leader, but unfortunately got a penalty. Lukas Bartoszek has absolutely streamed away at the front there. If only he didn't have this penalty for the false start, he would have been able to... Oh, have we got a challenge being made for second? Oh, I thought Pospical was going to dive up the inside. Excuse me. He's getting excited with only 3 laps left to go. But it is Thomas Stranava still in the lead. It is still Nicky Lahr in that second position, but Pospical is absolutely glued to the back of his car. And Mats van der Bron is definitely closing on, and we saw that he had the very lonely 4th position. That meant he didn't have to worry about the karts behind him. He's been able to focus on his racing lines, and there's no question about it. He's closing back in on Pospical. And we've literally got 2 laps remaining, probably about 1.5 laps remaining now. They're about to, in fact, take the last lap board very soon. And they're glued together here. Thomas Stranava is desperately trying to shake them off to make it a comfortable. There's no chance this is going to be a comfortable victory for him. He's going to be made to work all the way to the end. How close can Mats van der Bron get as they go on to the final lap very soon? Waiting for them to cross the line to take that last lap board. I think we've just then got the left-hander here. And they will round the right-hander. So it really is a fantastic circuit, this. It's and the way it all snakes around, it can get confusing. They are now on to their final lap. And it is Thomas Stranava 130 that is in the lead of this race. We have to say it is a great performance by Lukas Bartoszek, who is out the front on the track, but with his penalty has pushed him back. But he's just streaked away. He is in 9th after the adjusted times. Konstantin Scholl has got himself up to 7th position now from 16th on the grid. So a great performance there by Konstantin Scholl. Can be very happy with that. Thomas Stranava, and in fact Thomas Stranava and Nicky Lahr have kind of broken away from Pospical now, and Pospical is having to drive very defensive because Mats van der Bron is glued to the back of him. He's going to be hoping there's no retribution here, and I don't think that's in Mats van der Bron's nature. He's just going to want to try and take that podium position. Look, you can see it's a bit Noah's Ark, 2 by 2. It is Thomas Stranava, kart 130, that is in the lead. 176 Nicky Lahr in that second position, trying to take the top step of the podium. It is Michael Pospical in that 3rd position, trying to defend. And just noticed, was that Bartoszek that's just moved out of the way there? It just looked like it may have been. As we come across to take the checkered flag very shortly. I'm just trying to get my bearings right now as they come round the last. And the great victory was taken there by Thomas Stranava, kart 130. Second was 176 Nicky Lahr, incredibly quick. Third was Michael Pospical, kart 159. Started 9th on the grid, so got himself up to that 3rd position. Great performance there. 4th, Mats van der Bron after starting 6th. In 5th, we had Stefan Artner, who had a good race with Mats van der Bron for a lot of that race. In 6th was 172 Nicky Kress. In 7th, Konstantin Scholl, up from that 16th position. Great performance. In 8th was Mario Bruxmeyer. In 9th was the penalised Lukas Bartoszek with that 10-second penalty for the false start. Great performance, but unfortunately that penalty cost him. In 10th was Oliver Becke. Started 11th, moved himself up to 10th. Great performance. Fantastic final in the Senior Max Championship here at the Pannonia-ring.